Hey. Hey, Modern, how are you? Shenanigans, how you doing? Hey, Modern. I keep hearing myself. Oh, my laptop's on in the other room. So how's everybody's day been so far? Thanks, I like it too. It comes in handy in the wintertime. Well, what kind of winter we have here in South Carolina. What's going on YouTube today, Moderate? I haven't had a chance to really watch. I've been busy trying to play catch up at home since I haven't had really any days off or time to do it. All right, let me go turn off. This is driving me nuts. It sounds like there's like a ghost in that other room. I gotta turn off my laptop. Hold there, that's better. Oh, okay, yeah. Good and Amber, yeah, I get it. Hey, Granny, how you doing? How are things in Hawaii? Ooh, kimchi. That sounds really good right now. Yeah, I haven't had a chance to. So, what's going on with that? Someone fill me in. Hey, Cowbell, how you doing? What you been up to, Cowbell? Ooh, break up on camera without an exec saying it. Yeah, that kind of sucks. Resolution. Black and mild. Oh yeah, get them black and miles, Granny. You deserve them. Oh, I was seeing that on that weather app thing that I have. It was over 100 degrees in like Oregon and parts of Washington. That's crazy. What, Cleo? So I'm opening up to all you guys, whatever you guys want to talk about, questions, whatever. It's a no holds bar type thing today. Upper 90s and humid. Well, that's normally how it is here every summer. And it was like that today. 95, 100% humidity. Like outside, you just start dripping. Yeah, they're gonna have to probably open up those cooling stations like they do here for the homeless. Yeah, a little bit better. Yeah, it's still. It's just I'm just tired from work. It's been crazy. Nothing you can really do about it until the aftermath after the pandemic. People want to go back to work is over, and just the stress and everything has been too much for me, I guess, because I've been having these awful dreams. Well, not awful, but they keep me awake at night. You know, what is it? What you see? No, watch out. What is it? Yeah, ask me anything you want to know. That's what it's all about tonight. Well, at least until the stream starts doing that echoey, tunnely thing again. And I've deducted it down to the fact that my internet speed here isn't fast enough to deal with my radio station and trying to do this all at the same time. It could be the change in weather, yeah, shenanigans. But the weather here doesn't change too much. Mine probably just stress from it, just work and not really having the time to deal with grandma's death and all that kind of stuff. She's been in my dreams a lot lately. Oh, so that's one of the bad things about breakups or the animals. They're the ones that suffer. If it's a messy one, I'm 41, and yes, I got it right this time. Because every year I back up a year. Oh, I'm really 41. Oh, I'm really not 40. Yeah, Mike can tell you all about that. He's always correcting me on my age. Yep, born 1980. Yep, 41 in April. I'm just glad I don't feel 41 or act 41. I still like probably 21. Okay. 56. That ain't old either. That ain't old. Yes, shenanigans. 41. I just have good genes. I get it from my mom. Yes, I live alone. It's April 30th. Cowbell. Yeah, definitely 420. That is funny. I'm 10 days after you. It's in the chat. Can't not, can Granny? She has pretty fingers. Well, it's starting to happen to me too, because sometimes I have days where my hands don't want to do what I tell them to. That I get from my mom too. I want a Dougie Hauser doctor. We're all old here. All right, moderate. You're making me very hungry right now. Yeah, and I just ate a little bit ago. Hey, Wheel Customer, how you doing? Everything's in Austria. Yes, I have one nephew. He's going to be 2 in September. My only one and only nephew. Oh yeah, Dr. House. Yeah. Yeah, he can give me an exam any day. Mm-hmm. I'll take my temperature. I know. I got to get back to Europe again at some point in the next like 10 years. I miss going to Amsterdam every year. So if you see me bebopping a little, because I've just worked on my online radio station for a little bit, revamping some stuff and taking some audio from mine and Jeremiah's live that we did back in May and put that on there. Let's clean it up a bit. And I just put a new link on it in my about section. If anyone wants to listen to it. Okay, yeah. Which one? What? Yeah. I used to. When I first moved back to South Carolina, I got a job working for um, Apex Broadcasting. I was the promotions and marketing director for them for about 2 years, doing promotions and marketing for 6 radio stations. And I learned how to do voiceover stuff like that. Yeah, it was fun. It was a fun job. It just got to be too much. Well, 6 radio stations, yeah, that's a lot. Hi, Lynn. How you doing? Yeah, the southernmost point in the U.S. Is it? I want to visit Hawaii. I want to go. Mm. Bum, 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 bum. Kitty cat, what are you doing now? I hear stuff falling off the counter. Crazy kitty. So what's new with everybody? Lynn, what's new with you? I'm doing good, Lynn. I'm pretty much same as you, same shit, new day. Stress, work, go to sleep, work, go to sleep, do it all over again. Okay, my very first, yes, I do work at a restaurant. hmm I'm the assistant GM. Um, my first relationship, real one, was when I was 17. I started going out in Albany, New York. I was still in high school, came out, and that lasted like maybe 6 months. That was my first real one. Then there were only two other ones after that, and it's going to be a while before the next one. Let's just put it that way. Yeah, Cowbell. It's a restaurant. It's a GM. It's a seafood restaurant here in South Carolina. Good place to work. It's fun. It can be very stressful, especially right now because of the lack of workers. But we'll get through it eventually. Uh, yeah, I saw that one too. The meme with the cats. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, we both did. Well, as far as I'm concerned, I always knew. And that kind of we never really discussed it when we were little, but we both knew without saying anything. Um, so I was always playing with Rainbow Brights and all that kind of stuff. And of course, he played with the normal boy toys like He-Man and all that. We both pretty much knew. All right, Lynn. We'll see you in a little bit, Lynn. Yeah, it's Rainbow Bright. I still watch the cartoons. I watch them on YouTube. That's the only place you can find them now. Episodes of Rainbow Bright. My mother's sending down all my Rainbow Bright stuff toys from the '80s. We still have them all. So I'm gonna make a Rainbow Bright collection in my office. The wall of Rainbow Bright. Baked beans? Yes. I love baked beans. hmm Oh, yes. Rainbow Bright, the movie. I used to watch it at least like once a week when I was little. The only thing I don't like about baked beans is the day after. Just saying. And the girls at work hate it too. Yeah, because I make unannounced messages. Then they walk through it. Hey, Edgar, how you doing? What's new with you? Oh, yeah, we have sauerkraut here too. I love sauerkraut. I put it on hot dogs. I put it on Reubens. I can eat it straight out of the can or, yeah, love sauerkraut. Yes, the barking spiders. I have the Adirondack barking spiders. They're genetically bred into me, and they're loud and obnoxious, and they bite. Yes, Wonder Woman too. I was a huge Wonder Woman fan. Jeremiah can tell you this too. I made a fucking fabulous Wonder Woman. Made the costume, all that kind of stuff. But if I could find pictures, I would totally put them on here. I need to redo that. Just as Wonder Woman again one time. Hmm. Ideas. It's very loud spiders. I have very loud spiders. Yes, they bark very loudly. Yes, always the East Coast. I visited the West Coast. I've been to Washington State, Seattle, and the coast in Oregon. But that's far west of the in between states I haven't been to, but I've always lived on the East Coast. Yes, I'd love to visit more of the West. It's just a matter of finding the time to do it right now. I liked it. It was pretty. But for me, there really wasn't much to do in Seattle. Of course, at that point, too, I was dating one of my exes, and we went out there for a trip, and the gay culture there was very different than out here on the East Coast. But as far as the city was beautiful, it was clean. I mean, the West Coast is gorgeous. Seattle to me was just a little bit boring, pretty but boring. And I hated the fact that it rained every day. I'd definitely go again and try it again now that I'm a little bit older, a little bit more wise, if you want to call it that. Yes, I'm sure I would. I do want to visit California. I've never been to California. I do want to visit California. I want to do San Francisco, San Diego. Probably not LA. That'd be too much for me. It's like the New York City of the West. Yeah, no. New York City, no. It's been hit. Yes, it's been hit hard. 'Cause, I mean, last year we were shut down for to-goes only. All our servers had to go out on unemployment. And now that everything's reopened, full force here in South Carolina. The amount of people coming back to work, wanting to work, isn't there. I mean, we try to hire people, and then they get through their training period, then they just don't want to do the work involved. And plus, people are being a little stingy with tips still. It's not fair. They're not making any money, and I don't blame them. But there's more to life than just living off a welfare check. Um, that really irritates me because there's so much money to be had as a server, especially where I am. I was just going to guess you were. Yeah, no, now there ain't. Not every day. Um, but I get so frustrated because if you could live anywhere, money not an issue, where would it be and why? Very good question. I'd have two places that I'd live equally, 6 months here, 6 months there. One would be in the Netherlands, in Amsterdam, or maybe in Utrecht or in the middle part of the country. The Netherlands are gorgeous. I love it. Um, and probably the other place would probably be Key West because I'd like it tropical. I'm a very tropical person. So I'd be in Key West in the winter and in Amsterdam in the summer. In the Netherlands, we'll say. And the culture that people in the Netherlands and Europe in general that I've come across, they're wonderful people. They're not as superficial as a lot of people here in the United States. The culture is just totally different, and I love it. Yeah, because South Carolina's cut off all of the unemployment benefits except for $300 a month for people with kids. Oh no, I'm not moving to Florida, Lynn. At least not yet. I used to be a world traveler. I miss it. It was fun. I liked London too. You get a Conch Republic passport. Yes. No, which reminds me, because I got to get another passport. Mine's expired, and I never really went and got a new one, so I do have to get a new passport. That's one of the things on my list to do eventually, at some point, when everything calms down and certain things go away. Yeah, what is that? IB forum. What is that? I saw that. And that's been in my head. I doubt I'll do it. Um, just because I don't really feel comfortable with anybody else in my house. Unless I really, really know them and trust them. And plus two, it's probably not a good move. Do I follow foodie? Not like I used to. Um, I'll pop in a live here and there, and I just get so disgusted with it, and just like, ugh, I just turn it off. I just have no desire to watch her or follow her really much anymore. I still do, just to see what's going on, but other than that, no. Yeah, because my perfect house would be an old traditional Dutch house in the middle of the Netherlands. Big fields around me, tulip fields, flower bulb fields. Oh, that'd be perfect. And then come to Florida for the winter. Of course, Netherlands really don't get that cold, but in the winter it's always very rainy and dank, and they can get chilly. Yeah, I do the same thing, moderate. Yep, 5 minutes max, and I'm like, gotta go. Have I ever dated a female in high school? Yes. Um, we became best friends. She went to I went to one high school. She went to another. I forget how we met. No, it was when I started working in the mall when I was 16. We met that way and became really good friends. So we started dating and kind of got engaged because at that point in time I was coming out as bi, but I was really gay, and We got engaged, kind of like because I was afraid to tell my stepfather or my grandfather, and so it was kind of like a throw off point. But we stayed really good friends, and it turns out she was gay too. Um, we still talk every now and then. But yes, I have dated one woman in my life. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, because I always try to keep all my friends that I've had. I mean, people grow apart and all that kind of stuff, but I always try to stay in contact. If it's been too long, I'll reach out. You know. Now, see, I can understand if somebody gets married to a woman because they're afraid to come out, the rejection from their family. But if you know you're gay, then just don't get married because it creates a big, huge problem. And the wife probably feels like, oh, what do I do to make him this way? And it's possible that she just it goes into a great state of depression, and that's just not fair to the wife. I don't agree with that. Every circumstance is different, but always ends up getting hurt, and it's usually the straight one, and this sucks. I've seen it happen. I'm like, yeah, yeah, but I mean, you just had dinner. Watch out. Yeah, which is possible, Kelbell, and that's a sad story. It's for everyone involved because everybody gets hurt. And I really can't elaborate because the words for it just won't come out of my mouth. Um, spare yourself. What? Chan. Ugh. Yes, rabbit holes are deep shenanigans. Mm-hmm. It's dark in that hole. Very dark. Very dark in that hole. Yeah, I don't know either, but I've heard the name before. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What? Oh, Lord, shenanigans. Reverse you there looking for the regions, teleport Mary, come out later in life and then a couple other people. Yeah, because granny, that's why I don't like the thought police. You can't do this. You have to hide this from other people. You have to do just to fit into a certain niche of people. That way you don't feel rejected. And I thank God every day that I didn't grow up like that. I was afraid of it because I've heard all the horror stories just like that. And I was very fortunate not to have to go through that. But for all these people that just get beat down, have to live a certain way, oh, you can't be gay, oh, you can't date, have an interracial marriage or date like white and black people cannot date. I cannot stand that kind of stuff. No, I didn't. I was going to, but yeah, no, it didn't happen. No, no dates. But yeah, I mean, in situations like that, Granny, I don't approve of it, and it hurts me to even think that that still goes on at this day and age, but it does. No, not right now. No, I'm not, Edgar. I did that when I was with Jeremiah in New York. Um, his friend begged me one day to start doing it, so I started doing it. Like I said before, in a couple, like one other live or something like that. It's hard in that live that I did with him up there. It's very hard for me to do it without him, especially live on stage in front of people, all these like beady eyes looking at me. I'm not as afraid as I used to be. Obviously, I'm doing this. I mean, you're not in front of me like be like live in person, but it's the same thing. Um, I'm kind of like growing out of that shell just a little bit, not as afraid. But no, I mean, theater was fun, and that's what got me to where I am right now with this. Not being so afraid and having Jeremiah's help and his friendship to make me see that I can actually do this without being afraid. Yes, everybody do themselves, and that's what it's all about. And if other people don't like it, then screw them. They don't need to be part of it. You see, my biggest fear, Edgar, in theater is remembering the lines. I'm horrible at that. I was much better at the improv kind of stuff with those musical numbers that me and Jeremiah did with Fran. Um, because I'm an airhead and I forget things very easily. So yeah, remembering lines is a big, huge, scary thing for me. Oh yeah, Granny, it pisses me off to this day to even think that it still goes on. The thought police, that's what I like to call them. And I'm shy at times too, but I've gotten away from that, obviously. Um, I like to be very timid too. I don't like confrontation, except for I can get very irritated when certain people get attacked that I'm friends with, um, especially when it comes to Jeremiah and some of the girls I work with. They get treated bad by a customer. Oh, I'm right at that table. Mhm. Well, no, that's not what she did. That's not what you ordered. Yeah, kind of grown out of being too timid to not do that. I think it just comes with age, just being salty sometimes because open wounds, the more salt you put on them, the more they sting. Yes, I love improv too. Next, I can kind of understand that cowbell because I was afraid to talk about it with my grandfather, my stepfather. I immediately came out to my mother and my grandmother, but there was just that like fear. I don't know what it was. Everyone knew. I was just afraid just because of the stereotypes that you would see on TV or what you would hear from people in school. Because me and Jeremiah were bullied in high school, all through school, more me than him, and I'm sure that probably played a role in it. as to why I was afraid to tell my grandfather and my father, but it wasn't warranted, thank God. Um, but for the people that have to go through that in real life, it just boggles my mind that it still goes on. Yeah, I've noticed that too, shenanigans, yes. Most of my best friends are women. Um, well, besides Maya. Um, but I don't know what it is. I feel more comfortable with women because they like men too. It might be it's a psychological thing. I really don't understand it. I have to look it up and oh, and if my stream starts to go like tunnely, let me know. Because it did that to me last night with Jeremiah on Facebook. So I really think it's my internet stream. So just let me know. Yes, women are very more understanding. I've noticed because men are so closed-minded. Well, the ones I've come across, well, most of them, not all of them. Over time, it will change. It's not as bad as it was when I first moved to South Carolina. It was bad when I first moved here in '99. My friends are married and kids also. See, there's good stories like that too. I mean, it just still. She's 19 now. She doesn't want her dad. Oh, that's awful. Because see, it's shit like that that really pisses me off. It doesn't matter who you are, who you love. People are people. And just because you don't fit a certain lifestyle or way of thinking as somebody else, you're instantly ostracized. It's ridiculous because you have this. They can't think outside this little box and just let everyone be happy as who they are. That's where we should be at this point in time. It's fucking 2021. Really? It's not 1890. Hey Desiree, how are you? Right, y'all. Hold on, talk among yourselves. I have to go make PBs down the hall. Oh, where did I? There they are. There. All right. Exactly. It has no effect on them shenanigans. So why? What does it matter? Oh, I can't stand that stuff, Granny. Ooh, that makes me so mad. 17 nothing, but oh. Oh no, 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 no snow. I'm not ready for winter yet. I still haven't been to the beach yet this year. It's not time for fall or winter yet, but I do love fall. I get pumpkinitis and want to decorate by August. Oh, I know. It shouldn't matter. Shenanigans. It shouldn't matter who loves who, where they're getting their orgasms from. I agree. Not anyone's business, but the people that are doing it. Yes, I love to decorate with pumpkins and corn stalks. Then bake some apple pie, some pumpkin pie. I do want to go up to New York this fall with the leaves changing all that because we don't have that here. I do miss that in New York. Um, that's the only thing about fall I like up there. It just gets too cold too quick. That's why I moved to a more tropical climate. Ooh. Hmm. It was planning suicide. We all found it out from organizations. And thank God for people in programs like that because without them, there would be a lot more suicides and people not knowing where to go in life. And it's not fair to the people that are gay. Okay, moderate. Yeah, email it to me. Email me your recipe. Oh, I don't go to Starbucks now. We don't have one here. Yeah, just because someone's gay, you should not ostracize them or belittle them. It doesn't affect you personally what they do with their sexual life. And to ostracize someone like that and kick them out of the house, make them feel like they don't belong in this world is absolutely ridiculous. Well, they really say that shenanigans? Ew, that's the first I've heard that. Ew. Asian women are submissive. Fuck that. Okay, I will. I will. I will moderate. That's crazy shenanigans. Oh, that would drive me nuts. Just the stereotypes. I cannot stand stereotypes and this small box thinking. I cannot stand that. Makes me get slapped down enough. Very true, Granny. When you get slapped down enough, you start to believe it yourself, and you go into a major state of depression, and that's why there's suicides. And it's wrong. That's why I scoop up all those people like that, put them here in my yard, and that way they don't have to worry about it. I wish I could. Hi, IMDD. How are you? So what's new with you, IMDD? How was your day? Is my audio still okay? Just checking. Because I'm phobic about that now until I can get something figured out with this internet connection. No poo-poos, Lynn. No poo-poos in the kitchen. Cool. Yeah, 'cause Lynn. Poo-poo's in the kitchen. The only thing that pisses off is Mmm. Double standards, cowbell. Mm-hmm. I don't deal with those very well either. I don't put up with it. I've had family issues like that lately too. Not about the gay thing, but toward other people. Thank you, Granny. Stylish. My man, I shouldn't tell her goofy ass. Oh, Jesus, moderate. Goofy ass is my Pomeranian. He's beast. I've actually asked my cat that too when she starts going crazy around the house. Yeah. No, we didn't. No chocolate scab story yet. I'm waiting for Maya to give the permission to tell it. It's a very short story, and it was right before I moved back to New York, so he can tell you more about the details than I can. But yeah, it's juicy. Hmm. Well, good for your niece. Good for your niece to break away from it. I'm who's calling me now? I'm here a lot. Leave me alone. It's good that she can rise herself above that kind of situation. I mean, love your parents, yes, but we're apparently what our mother's doing was wrong. Was wrong. From what I'm gathering. Um, Oh yeah, and there's still places out there that look down on women. Oh, we're not going to hire you for this position. It still happens. Oh, I'm going to have to look at that. I'm going to have to. Oh Lord, she's in the Urban Dictionary now. Damn Chantel. Oh Lord, how did I come up with my character? Well, I just came up with it one day. Of course, well, when I was living in New York before, I worked at a camping resort, RV park, and all these like bale trailers coming in there. There were some wild times in there. Then I moved back to South Carolina. When I started working at this restaurant, we also have an RV park attached to the restaurant. Okay, some of the stuff that happens, you just can't make up between the restaurant and the trailer park. And I did tell you one of the stories on the live that me and Jeremiah did. And it just clicked one day. You want to know what? I'm in the South now. I can get my Southern accent on, and I can live in a trailer park. And plus, my mother kind of came up with the idea too because she used to watch Myrtle Manor. But yeah, Trailer Park DeVita is is a character I came up with out of nowhere. Just for certain experiences like the trailer parks. Like, 'cause I looked over there one day and just like, oh, there it is. There really was no rhyme or reason to it besides my past experiences in that trailer park at work. It's fun, yeah. Well, thank you, Edgar. Trying to develop her when I can. Um, Maybe one day she will actually, in person, get to meet the Duchess. It will happen someday, maybe, when the Duchess moves to the States. And plus, I live in the rural South. And so the character does kind of fit because I'm around that kind of stuff all the time. Yeah, I've been living here since 1999, and yeah, when you're around it all the time, you just kind of like it gets absorbed into your brain. Hi, Wendy. How are you? Oh, no, we got to make another gas station trip. I was going to do a video today, but I got busy cleaning the house and that kind of stuff. Yeah, I didn't see that part where she was talking AA programs. What? How was your day, Wendy? Have I ever thought of vlogging? No, not really, but now it's an idea. Now it's an idea, Cowbell. Oh, yeah, Granny. I have some friends like that too that I actually work with. One of them actually stops in every now and then when she's not working on the lives. She's from Tennessee. You can see, I don't know, just if she really is a coke addict, but You can definitely tell that she does do it just because of her pupils and how she acts sometimes. Just the constant, oh, what is the word I'm looking for? Shakiness, jerky, never shuts up, the gritting of the teeth. Those are all things you do when you're on coke or uppers. But then when you stop doing them, your emotions are crazy afterwards because it affects you mentally. So you don't sleep. Um, and like Jeremiah said, yeah, you would be more worried about getting your next fix than worrying about YouTube living, blah, 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 blah. But coke isn't that hard to find. At least here, I don't know about Canada, but it's not that hard to find. It's not that expensive. So it's possible she really is a coke addict and she's trying to stop. And now you're seeing the aftermath of her not being on it. I don't know. I don't watch enough anymore to really elaborate on it. Oh yeah, I can tell she's different on something all the time. What it is, if she admits to being a cokehead, it probably is the truth. But then again, Chantel's always lying about shit too, so you really don't know what to believe. But I'm just watching the symptoms, and it's very possible she really is. Yeah, she has a very addictive personality, and she's addicted to all that stuff, which is very possible. She cray cray, and like I said before, she needs to stop before something really bad happens, because it will happen. No one wants to see her dead or in the hospital or anything, but if she does, it's going to be her own damn fault. Very true, Desiree. We can all see it. But what's coming out of her mouth, I really don't know is the entire truth, just like with everybody else. She's been caught in lies before. Just watch the symptoms, not what comes out of her mouth. Well, she definitely has a problem. She has a very addictive personality, and it's very possible, like I said, it's possible she's on it, addicted to it. Very true, Desiree. Very, very true. Oh, yeah, she probably did that because she started losing subs. So now everyone knew what she was doing. She's losing subs. And now this is another half story truth. Oh, pity party me to try to get him back. And I don't agree she will stop doing this stuff. It's all basically half truths and mental manipulation on her viewers. Thank you, Windflower. How are you? What you up to, Windflower? Oh, I'm sure, because meth is even harder, easier to find shenanigans. And that's everywhere. Oh, me too. That's why I stay inside all day, trying to stay cool and less humid and drippy and sweaty and gross. Yeah, it's hot, muggy, sweaty, and gross here in South Carolina, which is typical summer, but it's been extra muggy lately. Just like you walk outside, it's like walking into a wet sauna. I almost died Friday trying to mow my grass. Yes, I have. I'll admit it. Yeah, and that's what I was saying last night. I mean, after my first breakup, I went into like a month period to where I was just drinking and doing coke all the time. That's how I know she definitely has a problem. And I cut myself off of that. And the week after I started cutting myself off from all that, it was a very mentally disowning time for me. My emotions went crazy. That's what I went through. I'm seeing in her right now, so I know she has a problem. But exactly how bad it is in the half truths, you really don't know. But I'm watching the symptoms, and it all points to, oh, she has a problem. Oh yeah, Windflower. We used to live together. I'm actually from the same. I lived right up the road, grew up right up the road from Jeremiah. But now I'm in South Carolina, and he's still in New York. Um, so yeah, I mean, we talk all the time, almost well, not every day, but at least like 4 times a week. Oh, I wouldn't doubt it was meth. She's doing too. Exactly, shenanigans, and she's using this as a tool to get more subs and more money. And I don't think she has plans to stop doing this stuff. It's just mental manipulation on her viewers for this. Aw, thank you, Windflower. We have a lot of fun when we're together. That's why we're like best friends. We are two different people, but we think the same. We have the same sense of humor. That's what makes all this work. Oh, where are they? Oh, I don't doubt it. Just because the boo-hoo and oh, feel sorry for me. I try. He's much more talented than me. He's been doing this a lot longer than I have. But I'm getting there. I'm getting there. With his help. And just advice. Yes, it is very sad shenanigans. And like I've said before, people just need to stop watching her and just shut it all down. Otherwise, something very bad is going to happen to her. And none of us want to see that. Alrighty, Cowbell. Thank you. Thanks for coming. We'll see you later. We'll see you later, Cowbell. Mwah. Yes, he is. Very, very sweet person. Until you piss him off. Just like me. I'm very bad tempered too. The older I get, the more it comes out, I guess. I'm not afraid anymore. No, I didn't see that shenanigans, but I don't doubt it was there, or it may have been staged. May have been staged too. I mean, me personally, when I was going through that kind of stuff, I didn't want people to see that. That's why I'm thinking that part of it's staged. Oh yeah, Madara, because she has a very addictive personality. She's a very lonely person, and I mean, don't get me wrong, I am too. There's another reason why I do this too, because I'm just sitting here bored all by myself. My best friend's in New York, and met all you guys, and this is why I do it. But her problem is she just doesn't know when to stop. Yay, Lynn's back. I lived through the black life. Interesting. Yeah, because I didn't watch it shenanigans, so what you're saying is a little suspicious. Yeah, I had a cousin that died 2 years ago because of drugs and overdose or anything. That's how we thought he was going to die, but he was actually stabbed 17 times because of a drug deal on that. It was very devastating to my family. Yeah, it was not right. We all told them it was going to happen one day. That's why I should listen to people that care about you. Thank you, Lynn. Again? Already? Is it still doing the wind tunnel thing shenanigans? Okay, it's starting to do it again. Alright, so I'm probably going to have to do is end this one and start a brand new one because it stops it. I don't know why. Now it's fine. Damn country living. They need to upgrade their internet out here. Okay, I wonder what that was all about. Yeah, country living. I have home telecom. There's only one internet company out here, and that's all I can do about that. Well, thank you, Edgar. I love my draw too. I had many years to practice it. Mhm. Eating corn on the cobs and chitlins and pecan pie. See, I couldn't live in a big city. All right, so am I out of the wind tunnel? Can y'all hear me fine? Or did I crawl back in my tin can? Yes, chitlins are gross. Yeah, no. I'm back in the tin can. Okay, thank you. Thank God, fine for now. Let me know if it starts doing it again. If it gets worse and it just doesn't stop. Okay, thank you. Thank God, fine for now. Let me know if it starts doing it again. Okay, thank you. Thank God, fine for now. Let me know if it starts doing it again. That's our shenanigans. I had to do that earlier. 'Cause after like a couple days of working nonstop and fur babies leaving fur everywhere, I had to do the same thing too. So go mop and clean, girl. I know how it is. You too, shenanigans. Love you. Mwah. I haven't been fishing in forever. Oh yeah, Maya loves Barb. Ma Dukes. She deserves it. She's been through a lot, and they're two peas in a pod, just like that, just like me and my grandmother were. I did that for my grandmother when I lived up there. I'm feeling okay. Just burnt out and need a vacation, a mental and physical vacation. I've just been having these really weird dreams, and just because of stress, because of work and all that. Yes, Lynn, I love my green acres. I have my little piece of green acres out here. Country living is life for me. They will win flower. They will. Got to go through the hard shit to get to the good stuff. Right now, I'm just kind of like in that little bottom hump where I'm starting to come back up now. Do I have any animals outside? No, not yet. Yet being the key word. Um, I still want. I want to get some chickens again. I miss having chickens, laying hens, laying me some little orbs of yumminess. And plus, chickens are funny. I love chickens. I used to have a lot of animals outside of New York. Ask Jeremiah. I had turkeys, peacocks, chickens, goats, cows. I had lots of fun with it. Oh, I do miss having goats. I miss having a yard goat. I do. Yes, chicken shit on stage. Yeah, that was fun. Laughed about it for an hour. Fran was always, she couldn't stop laughing because it literally projectile shot shit all over me, Shelby, floor, stage. Yeah, it was great. It was funny. It was really funny. It was like, oh, in the stench. Oh my god. We had to do the rest of the show stinking like chicken shit. It was a fun time though. I miss those days. Oh, animals cheer me up too. In the smell. Yes, the smell. It was ripe. It was a ripe one, Lynn. Very ripe one. A monkey, my stepfather had one when he was younger, and I've never wanted a monkey after hearing the stories. I mean, they're cute, but I could never have a monkey. And plus, they're a lot of work, and I work too much to have a monkey. Um, because if you don't spend a lot of time with them, they do get mean. And I don't feel like having monkey poop thrown at me. Of course, I think it'd be funny as shit, literally, but the stage of my life, I couldn't. No, I've always had pets ever since I was a kid. Lots of animals. Animals make me happy because they love you unconditionally and they don't pass judgment. And you can tell them anything, and they don't talk back. Well, sometimes. I'd love to push a monkey around in a stroller one day, just for shits and giggles, because they are cute. See, I think my favorite animal I had was my cow. She was this big, giant Angus cow. Thought she was a dog. Cannot stand to be away from me. Can't tell you how many times she broke through the fence from across the street and came over to my grandmother's house, and she knew which bedroom was mine. She'd be sitting right at the window like this. Moo! Moo! Of course, I'd have to get up, pat her, scratch her, and then she was happy. Mm-hmm. I miss my Rita. I named her after my aunt because my aunt loves cows. Ooh, a bobcat. They're pretty. Because my mom and aunt, when they were kids, had a pet raccoon. My grandfather had. I think raccoons are the funniest animals. They're so cute. All right, Edgar. We'll see you later. Thanks for coming. You too, Edgar. Aww. Yeah, so was my cat that I rescued. Me and my friend at work, Heidi. Bottle fed and weaned, and then she came home to David's house. My little sassy. Let me tell you, she's sassy. When she wants daddy to be awake, biting the toes, scratching the toes, eating the feet. What's the oh? Yes, yes, I'm talking about animals. I'm talking about sassy. I'm talking about your kitty cat. Right, come. No, you're too big. You're too big. You're too big. The chair will break. You're too big. Yes. What, silly head? What? What? Yeah, say hi to everybody. Yeah. Man, that's Cleo. Yeah. Yes, in a little bit. Mm-hmm. Had your dinner. No. I know it was amazing she had a pet raccoon. Aw, washed all the dishes. That's cute. Yes, I love having ducks. I had a bunch of ducks too. And I love cooking with duck eggs. They make fluffier cakes. They make great omelets. Just saying. They're a little bit richer than regular chicken eggs. But I don't think I could have ducks here. They're too noisy. The neighbors might get a little pissed. Yes, yes, these do imprint on people because they can be very mean, especially during breeding season. And swans too. Yeah, swans can be very mean. All right, Desiree. See you later. Thanks for coming. I'm gonna grab another Red Bull because I gotta do some laundry later. What, silly doggy? Yeah, you're shedding like crazy. Yeah, we have to end the stream shortly. So I take the kids out to go potty. That's for hopefully for a couple weeks, and I mean, geese are pretty, but yeah, they like I said, they can be very mean, and they just don't. They're not very personable like ducks and all these other. Hey Rose, how you doing? Rose is here. Yay! So yeah, we're just here chit chatting, Rose, talking about whatever. What you think, Cleo? Hmm? Rose is here too. Yeah. Treat time, here. There you go. Good girl. Oh, yes. Being in the right mindset is a great thing, Rose. And today I'm in one, so I decided to come on live and just chit-chat with everybody, see what everyone's been up to, and just talk about whatever. Try to decompress. Why, Sassy? Meow what? Meow. Meow. So how's your day been, Rose? Been keeping busy? Well, thank you. Yeah, my mom and dad got me that. This electric one, the Byron is big, but I love it. In the wintertime, it does throw out some pretty good heat. Trying to pass it up in this transport. I'm gonna keep little big fireflies. Oh yes, I'm a very vocal kitty. Right, Sassy? Right. Where's Dad Rose? Dad Rose. Dad Rose. Every time she jumps off me or off anything, she makes a sound like, yeah, it's so cute. It sounds like a little squeaky toy. Oh, I'm back in the tunnel again. Oh. No, the bandwidth may be getting clogged up again. If I run for too long, it starts doing that. Because I don't think my internet's fast enough to do all this. After a while, it gets clogged up. I really think it's my internet connection, Rose. I don't think I have enough bandwidth or speed to keep. So I'm also running my internet radio station. All right. All right, so I'm going to shut this one down and start a brand new one because that's what it's going to take. It's on my end, guys. I'll be right back. Yeah, I've done that with flour. I'll be right back.